Yo, I gotta get into this. Got back from the gym. I was at the gym a little longer than I meant to be. Could be worse, right? Got back from the gym. Cooked some nuggies and fries for the kiddo. Slapped together some grilled chicken, rice, and vegetables. Broccoli and peppers and onions and stuff for myself. Little Asian orange sauce on top. Ooh. Whipped that all together. I got home. There was 17 minutes until noon. So I made all that and I ate. Got my daughter food and everything in, well, took about 22 minutes. Proud of that. Pretty impressive, right? Like parenting goals right there. Tennis, the honored one. Yo, yo, yo. A little Saturday midday stream here. Figured TZ, Andy, it's as good a time as any to hop on and find Cheryl's Might, right? As good a time as any. Unknown, welcome in. Yo, yo. Let's get my music up a little louder on my end. Hopefully it's a good volume on your end. Haven't made it to a live in a long time. It's all good. Life and stuff. The important thing is you're here now. Ooh. Welcome in. Back in. You picked a good one because I'm about to find another unique sacred armor today. It's going to be crazy. Jester, welcome in. Number one at Twitch again. Yeah, Twitch is a little less active on the chatters, but usually I get like 40 or 50 people over there. So it's kind of weird because I get like, it's a quarter as many people, but I get 1/20th of the comments over there on Twitch for some reason. I don't know why people are less chatter active on Twitch, but no big deal. People just like chilling and just chilling and vibing, and I don't know what word am I thinking of. What's that called? Oh, lurking? There you go. Yeah, lurkers. There you go. I couldn't remember the word. Kevin W, welcome in. What's up, y'all? What's going on, Biv? Yo, yo, yo. Dropping the like. Let's see. Chastised by seniors who stink at bingo. So you're like real good at bingo? You're beating them all? I'm not sure what you mean by that. But thanks for the like button. Biv. I probably read it too fast. It probably makes perfect sense, and I just read it wrong. Oh, perfect Fire Sunday off the bat. Good little start here, but we got to keep moving. TZ Andy, we can't waste too much time. Can't waste it. Honored one. I'm doing pretty good, I guess. Slept in. I stayed up a little too late last night. Like I said, I was streaming. When I got off, I streamed till 10. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to fall asleep for like a couple of hours now. Great. So I end up not falling asleep till like 12:30. And if I ever play video games, I can't play video games like... It takes me 2-3 hours to go to sleep after I play a video game. It's crazy. I can sit and watch TV and just like... But something of like actually thinking about what I'm doing and like mind muscle, like I'm doing the things, you know, hitting the right buttons and stuff. It always, like, I can't fall asleep for hours after I play video games. I end up sleeping until like... What time did I get up today? 9:30? Oh my god. But got up, I was like, you know what, I'll go to the gym real quick, so we're all good. It's whatever. Hurricane, tornado, ooh, 222 though, unfortunately. Atanis says, every time I pick up a sacred armor, it scares them because they think it's going to be the last time I play. No, I'm not going nowhere after I find Cheryl's Might. No big deal. I'm just going to be doing something else. I'm going to be doing some different... I don't know what necessarily I'm going to do in the realm of playthrough stuff, but that's what I want to get better at doing playthroughs. So whether I do some kind of challenge type things, I'm not going to do it. Maybe I will go crazy. Who knows? But like try to speedrun, learn how to speedrun, get better at it, or whatever you want to call it. Not setting records, I'm sure I'll never get that good, but you know, just learn about getting faster and better at playing through the game, I suppose. But see, Kevin W said post ID hype on that sacred armor. Oh yeah, it's rough. Good old winged helm. Wait, this is that goofy... Oh no, G-face, da-da-da. What's the Ondals one? I forget. Not winged helm. Inspired. I always mix those two. There's so many things I mix up on this game. Inspired and Winged. The same thing with Valk and Nightwings. I not always mix it up, but sometimes. The 10 Templars, no Tyraels would keep me awake at night as well. Nice. Oh, look at that. Couple G faces in a row. Buck Native, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Going pretty good. Any good finds yet? Alex just got on. Been on for about 6 minutes. So I've been farming for about 4 minutes. So I did get a perfect Fire Sunday right off the bat. So that's hype. Slightly hype, I should say. Thunder Charms aren't really hype, but perfect ones are cool. A Spedum. Spedum. Spadum. Might be the E that makes the A sound. Some of those things I never like think about how you actually pronounce it. Gold Magic Find like number 19. We got 19 likes already on YouTube. I appreciate that. Appreciate y'all hitting the like button on YouTube. G-Web. Oh my gosh, Brandon G. Andy won't share the love with me, just you, huh? I see how it is. You're her favorite. Hopefully I get something lucky like that. G-Webs are hype. Hype, hype, hype. Gold Magic Find part of Team Replay. Appreciate you. Oh, little whiz spike for Marty hopping in here. What's going on, Marty? Welcome in. Be back at it. Got to tease the Andy, figure out hop on and play a little bit. Which build do I recommend to start a new ladder? I mean, there's a lot of them, I guess. I guess I'll just say the easiest slash best, I think, anyways. Speaking of starting ladder, I refer to starting ladder as after you beat the game is oh, little Biggins Bonnet off of TZ Andy. Let's go! Biggins Bonnet. Some of those low-level ones, special little place in everybody's heart, right? Making a character with Biggins Bonnet and Hand of Brock, Linimo's Sash, Torch of Ero. Other things I can't think of right now. I don't know what kind of armor you Skin of the Flayed one maybe or something. I can't even think of. Oh, a little Kraken. This is it's an elite base, kind of rare Leviathan. 49 to strength. I think that goes physical damage. I think goes to 20, but 200 ED. I think is perfect. 49 is one off perfect. The physical reduction I think is it goes to 20. I believe. Don't quote me for sure on any of those. I'm trying to do it off memory. I don't find this one a lot, but interesting. I think it rolled good. I think. I don't know if I have one of those around, or would I really use that with the strength? Would I keep it? I don't know. We'll keep it for now. Gray Form, there you go. And Blank Bat, I forgot about those two. North MC knows what's up. Oh, I got a little distracted there, didn't I? So which build? Yeah, so I'm referring to after you beat the game, not necessarily in a playthrough, but Fist of the Heavens is pretty awesome, I think, early on at the ladder start. I love, like, Nova Sorceress. So at the end of a playthrough, you kind of are like max Vita Nova, but after you get like high enough level, like into the probably around 80 or a little higher, 85, Energy Shield Nova. I feel like you got to be able to get at least like 15 points into Energy Shield and its telekinesis synergy for it to really function remotely properly, along with all the other stuff. But so those two are good. You could always go with the Hammerden. People, it's just a classic. I mean, it always works good. And I'll throw another one at you. You can try if you wanted to. Summon Necro. Look up a Summon Necro. Yeah, I guess Blizzard Sorceress is one too. Blizzard, I almost don't even think about it anymore because it's so... I played it way too much when I was younger, you know, because it was the go-to for everyone, so... I forgot about it. Dylan's first Viper Magi found Ethereal. That's rough, because that's one that gets beat up a lot, like quickly. Good old Fire Claw of the Colossus. Intriguing.
Atanas Nako donated 5 Bulgarian lev through Super Chat. It's Slayin teaming.
It's Slaying Team, and text-to-speech never knows what to do, how to draw out a sound or anything. Slaying time! Slaying Team, and thank you for the 5 Bulgarian monies! Atanazu! Forgot what it said it was. Appreciate you, though. Oh, I was just listening to a song that reminded me of, too. So I popped in, I think it would be the second Bullet for My Valentine album. What's that song called? Is it called Over the Top? But in the song, he's like, over the top, right now it's killing time. And I was thinking slaying time when you put that in there. Right now it's slaying time. Lily Moon wants to do Zealadin. So Zeal's hammers, I guess, is what you're saying? I don't know. I can't give you an opinion on that. I've never done that before, so I don't know how good, bad, if it works right, not, you know, so. Northeast said, last ladder, the Mosaics in rules, page 1. Wait, rules, page 1. Yeah, I never recommend anyone play Mosaic Assassin, personally. The number of people I've heard that, like, they started off, especially someone asking what they should start ladder with, the number of people I've heard, like, they hopped on, got D2R for the first time, played Mosaic Assassin, and they're like, I don't get why anyone likes Diablo 2. Like, Mosaic Assassin's good. It's awesome, but every other build sucks in this game. And it's like, oh no! You played Mosaic Assassin first, so in comparison, everything else seems bad. But really, all these other builds are awesome, and Mosaic is broken. Great. Like, the devs ruined the game for another player. Shoot. You know, like someone who might play the game if Mosaic wasn't here and, like, integrate into the community and be an awesome person and all this stuff, but then they think the game's not good because all the builds suck and only one build is good. Oh, that's actually the Scream Aim Fire, the album track or whatever you call it. Talaroon, we'll grab that. I couldn't remember which song that was. Whipped out the CD folder, flipping through pages, into the CD player. Let's go! Piano Mind, welcome in. Any luck on last night's TZ? It depends what time you're talking about. Like just TZ, Andy, or the stream in general? The TZ, Andy, there was a little bit. No Cheers Might, though. Atanis went to the Bullet for My Valentine show. They rock. I've seen them just a couple of times, like a couple. The first time I'd seen them, though, it was the best show that I've ever been to because they were, Bullet for My Valentine was headlining. Or not headlining, they were opening. Which is insane to think about now. But it was, the headliner was Avenged Sevenfold right after Bat Country came out. So this is like 2006, 2007. So it was right after their Bat Country album. Atreyu was like the second headliner or whatever. Right after X's and O's came out, their second main album. They had that Suicide Notes and Butterfly Kisses or whatever. But that wasn't nearly as popular, but it had Ain't Love Grand on it. But then there was like The Curse, and then there was X's and O's. So I guess technically their third album. And then Bullet for My Valentine only had the one album out. The first one. I don't remember what it was called. It was so nasty. They were small enough at the time, they literally just walked out in the crowd. They walked right by. Was that was Tuck? Like what? They're like this tall. They're like 5'6". The whole band except for one dude. Like the bass player or something. See Northeast saying the meta builds, Blizz, Sork, Camerton, Lightning Fury, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I didn't want to give somebody like, hey, what should I play for ladder? And I'm like, I don't know, some obscure thing that you wouldn't really, you know. Oh, small charm too. Didn't see that. Hey, you should be max charged bolt sorceress. You know, like it works good, but you know, don't want to go too far off the beaten path or something like that. Kevin said seen them open for Trivium. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember why I didn't go to that. Like, I think they toured the United States, or no, I think that they weren't in the United States. That was just like a European tour. Their 20th anniversary, both of their 20 or 25 anniversary tours for their one albums that were popular, whatever it was. I didn't see that. I'm like, I'm totally going. And then I look and it's just like, you know, all European places, right? But dang. Why is Blizzard refusing to update the game? There's no money to be made for it. It's not like they're refusing to, they're just not doing it, you know, that's like... oh, hold up! Get a little Mara's Kaleidoscope. Let's go! 26, not bad. It's kind of middle of the road, but not too bad. I'm happy about that. It's kind of like if I was like, why are you refusing to learn how to do a backflip with a full twist, a backflip with a 360 twist in it? Why are you refusing to do it? And it's not that you're refusing to do it, you're just not, you know. Refusing is a bit of a stretch of the, you know, English language there. D2R was made as a remake to kind of hype up Diablo 4, and that's what they did, and that's what happened, you know. So I think everybody kind of needed to temper their expectations. Azarath, do it! Let's go! Azarath, there's another pretty rare one, but also the amulet up here too. 3 to light radius on that's great. Another Mara's back-to-back runs. Oh, it is! No, I'm just kidding. But hey, Azarath is cool. Psych! Not Azarath. Where are we at here? Left a pair. Imagine the stamina assist, Steve. Nice, yeah. Couple little finds, 2 runs in a row. That's cool. I don't know. We'll check that against my Azarath before. It's kind of funny. I actually have so many Maras that I might even just stop. Like, and if they're not perfect, not keeping them. Sounds terrible, I know, but I have a couple of perfect ones. I know I have at least 329 res ones already. It's like, yeah. Not 30, dog doo-doo. I know, right? That's one thing about doing these playthrough type things or speed running. Like, if I find something crazy, be so hype. Like, just imagine dropping like a Shaco on a plate, like a speed, like you're trying to speed run. I'll never be great, but dropping a Shaco on a speed run or something, you're just like. Message? I'm not sure if that's pronounced right, sorry, but yeah, expansion would make millions. I mean, millions is not really a lot of money to a large corporation like that. Also, the amount of time it would take to make all new content is not even remotely enough, like, to outweigh the money they would make from it, really, nowadays. That's why I know they never make all these expansions and stuff unless in a game there is monthly fees or there is some kind of transactions in the game. There just isn't the financial incentives, you know, and I mean, most people don't work unless they're gonna, unless it's, you know, financially viable for them to do so. Like, whether it's corporations, whether it's me, whether it's you, or anybody else, you know, go to work. Like, if it costs you $100 to, like, get everything you need every single day to go to work, you got to drive so far, it takes this time, and then you make $200 in the day, and you're like, so 50% of what I made, I had to pay to go there and get the job done. Like, that's not financially viable for me, you know. I don't know. And I know a lot, everybody, I mean, I'm not saying I don't want these things to happen. I just know that they're not going to, and I accept reality for what it is, you know. So, not that there's anything, you know, it'd be cool if they did some crazy stuff, but yeah, some cool stuff. But also, I don't know if I trust them to, not them necessarily, but I don't know if I trust anybody after Mosaic to do things to change the game to, you know, possibly make it worse. That always worries me. Facet. Ooh, fake Tal's armor. If I don't find the real one, I find the fake one. All right, perfect 5-5. We know it. Lightning. I knew it was lightning. Not 5-5 quite, though, unfortunately. Atana said he's been trying to find Mars for a long stretch. Long stretch. Yeah, this... You never find what you're looking for, that's for sure. I think it's almost scientific that that's how it works. Legacy said he got an ethereal exile, so you made a good exile in single player, but can't get on Mars. Luck of the draw right there. Luck of the draw. You weren't kidding when TZ Andy's a cheat code? No, it is... TZ Andy is like 3 times better than running any other area in the game. Love Fireball builds, but usually prefer Hydra Fireball or plus Frozen Orb. It depends what you're doing. Fireball Meteor, great. There's certain areas I prefer, like Hydra Fireball. If we're talking maybe on a playthrough or something, you're dual specking a little bit. Yeah, I wouldn't do Meteor Fireball necessarily. So yeah, I would say it's more area dependent or goal dependent. But for specifically blasting Andy, just blasting Andy, this is like the best in my opinion. Firewall's up there too, though. Pablo, what's going on? Have I ever done a speed run? I mean, I guess you could say I've played through the game and timed it before, but I would say it's really no. If you said, have I ever speed run the game before? No, I have not. I'm not really super great at playthroughing. At playthroughing? Yeah, we'll go with it. At playthroughing. Martin says, no more changes. D2S is legendary. Can't make it better. See, I'm generally anti-change guy, but there are a few things that if I was king of Diablo 2 Resurrected, I would change. First of all, let's go on this one. Japers, come on. Please. You can do it. Oh, well. Another Stone Crusher. 287, I feel like that's a... 19 on the... I think I go 20 to 40 maybe on the flat damage, maybe. Who knows, but... Couldn't do it. First ever Tal's Armor, Blizzaga. Congrats on that. So my luck rubbed off on you. My Tal's Armor luck, hopefully. Yeah, Northeast saying the problem is part of the problem is none of the old devs are around, so you couldn't capture the same magic as they got with this, huh? Holy Shield Scepter bug. I don't remember that fully. I guess just that Holy Shield wasn't supposed to roll on scepters, but it could, or something. Oh no, but I got right in the middle of my sentence there as I got distracted as usual. First of all, get rid of the cap on characters for online. Why is it 24? I don't know. What else? What else? Oh yeah, loot filters. Customizable loot filters I'd be on board with. Similar to what you can kind of download and use for single player nowadays, if you wanted to take advantage of that. I think maybe some sort of gem and rune stacking, but I would have to, or like a currency page. I'm not married to any idea, but some sort of managing for runes and gems and stuff. Just stuff like that. Stuff that doesn't actually alter the game at all, but just kind of makes the part of the game easier that is boring. Transferring gems and runes around is the worst. And what does it add to the game? It just makes it so you can't play it. When you have to take time away from the fun parts of the game, playing the game, to like, oh, I need to transfer over to my rune mule to get these things to make the rune word I want to make. Like, no. We don't need none of that malarkey. But we need this perfect Sunday. Oh, one off. You said PD2 just put in one of those things? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think just copy that. Copy it exactly. Sure, why not? Chase Train says definitely need changes to D2R. Oh yeah, one other thing they could change, probably make the game way better. Just completely eliminate Mosaic rune word from the game. Don't try to change it. Don't try to balance it or whatever. Just eliminate it. Just get rid of it. Demon crossbow. Good old gut siphon. You know what would be huge too? Just absolutely huge. They should eliminate it from the game, but like leave the old ones still in the game. Like don't delete the ones that are there, but just make it so you can't make any more. That'd be insane. For like non-ladder, people would just go crazy. I always thought it was kind of neat in old Diablo 2 how there was like the old like 08 items or whatever, you know? Ogriax, come on. 6 NATO. Oh. Gonna make Breath of the Dying, Curtis Diaz says. Am I going to? I mean, eventually, huh? Probably should use it, huh? Move the last rune words to non-ladder. Nah, I don't know. I don't. I like it having a ladder only rune words and stuff. It kind of makes it cool to have, you know, even at the end of the season, be like, oh, I can make these ladder only rune words and they'll transfer over and I can trade them away, right? Extra stash should be sick. I mean, they already gave us 3 shared stash pages. I mean, they could. I don't know if I'd be against it or for it. I don't really know a reason why to necessarily be against it. Having more shared stash pages would just make it so you'd have less mules, I guess. So I guess I'd be fine with it. Yeah, a lot of people want to be able to downgrade stuff. I don't know. Definitely, I am actually against downgrading runes, but I don't know, gems, maybe. It is annoying to have to go back to, like, finding more green sacred armors. One after another! After another! Alright, I'm being a little overdramatic, but... 2, oh, Gothic Plate, Gothic Shield, okay. This game. I should have done Immortal King's armor counter. Yeah, I do like green. Green is way cooler than blue anyways, right? Lubricated mail. 3 sockets? 2 sockets. Toxic. I do remember when runes were just plain white, yeah. Because I feel like the statute of limitations ran out, so I could just say it out loud. I got a loot filter that changed the runes to the color orange. I don't remember if it was C-3PO or R2-D2 at the time. I forget which one was around at the time, but... or maybe even... I had another one, too. It might have been whatever the other one was. I don't remember. But, and then something happened where it was a loot filter and a map hack and everything together. And I used the map hack and my account got deleted, I think. I can't remember what happened. I think it deleted my account. I got caught. And then I logged back in and I didn't have the map hack anymore. And I started playing and I was like, wait a second, the runes are orange. And I'm like, I don't have the map. Oh. Whatever patch or whatever had come out changed them to the orange color. I didn't even know because I had the map hack all the time. Roderick cube should be bigger. I mean, there's no real reason for the cube to be bigger. maybe, isn't there, maybe there's a couple. I think the only thing you can't do with the size of the cube is like putting 6 skulls in with a rare like pole arm or something that takes up the whole area over here. You can't fit 6 skulls like that. I think that's the only cube recipe you can't do with every item in the game, so there's not really any reason for it to be bigger, I don't think. You can see how people could be against downgrading, says Brandon. Yeah, I mean, it would just make the season even shorter, and it'd make the whole ladder season die off even faster. Because every single person, every single person that found a Cham or a Zod would just instantaneously downgrade it to Jaw runes. Like everyone would have Enigmas and Infinities even faster to Burr runes and stuff, and yeah. Maybe if they did something like this. You can downgrade a Cham rune by cubing 2 Cham runes together. So it takes 2 Chams, so just if you get super unlucky and you just need a Jaw, which everyone does, of course, you find 2 Chams and you could downgrade it, you know. Then I don't want to be able to break runes. How, like, move in the opposite direction of when you cube up, you know? Like, it takes 2 Jaws to cube up to a Cham, right? I don't want to take a Cham and break it into 2 Jaws. It would have to go the other way. Petition to Blizzard to award honorary Tyrael Smite. Honorary? We ain't taking no participation trophy Tyrael Smite over here. Come on. Mortal Kombat 2, Horus is talking about here. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. I heard a jewel drop somewhere. What is going on? Scourge, Duskcraw. I thought I heard a jewel drop somewhere. Guess could just be losing my mind. Okay, losing my mind. Tyrael's Might t-shirt printed. Just a whole giant shirt. Just not a picture in the middle or anything. Just the whole shirt is like the Tyrael's Might. I don't know if I have the capabilities for that. Jester saying in any of the mods he's seen, when you break down runes, it's 1 for 1, but then it takes 2 to go upwards. Yeah, okay. I would. Yeah, because if it's 1 for 1, then it still is just every rune that anyone finds Jaw or higher is just finding a Jaw rune. So it would just nuke the season faster. Yeah, that's one of those things in mods that they do that I don't. You know, they make everything so much easier to obtain that it eliminates the excitement factor of when you actually find something, because it's not exciting, you know. Just me though. Fishaholic, welcome in, and Horus, what's up? Let's see. I'm sure you get asked this all the time, but are there any mods for D2 that you like? Nope. I have only played one though. I've only played Project Diablo 2, and that's the one that everyone says they like the most. And I really, really did not like it. So, like a lot. So, I did at first, and then the second I played it right when it came out. Right, completely switched my channel over to only Project Diablo 2 content. I liked it when it first came out. The first season was cool. It was still like Diablo 2, but there was quite a few changes. But it was still like Diablo 2. The second season, I'm like, this is getting out of hand. They're just, everything that anyone would ever mention they might think would be cool to change, they just changed everything. And then the third season came out, and I was like, alright, I can't do this anymore. This isn't even, like, what is this game even? So, I haven't played it since then, but I didn't like it. I think it actively got worse and worse every season. And, yeah. And any other one I've seen, I look at them, it's like, oh god, like, here we go again. So I haven't really tried any of the other ones. See, Reflex is not a fan either. Unpopular opinion. Yes, very unpopular. But I mean, I don't know. Is what it is, right? Oh! Even though I have plenty. It's always hype. We can hope for a 141 at least, right? 143 is not a bad roll. On the Shaco. The Shaco. Ooh, yeah. It's always hype. Always hype. Printer on the front, Teal's Might not found on the back. Nice. The thing is I don't need it. That's the one painful thing about being multi-years into offline single player, trying to only find Teal's Might for like years now. Right. Race, welcome in. Bill 2028. I'd do it. Slop says PD2's got a lot of fun stuff, a lot to learn. Yeah, sounds terrible. Sounds terrible. Yeah, the worst thing about Project Diablo 2 is how they change everything all the time. That's what I hate the most. Who's got that much time on their hands? So we got a rare one there. Not this. But Bone Flame? Yeah, Bone Flame. 338. Another one of those rare items right there. Mm-hmm. 3 Necromancer skills too. If you want to run faster, 20 walk run. Yeah. Obviously, I've found several of those at this point, though. As much as I play, you think statistically you would have found Teal's Might by now? Oh, yeah, for sure. I am past the statistical probability. But the way it goes, if you're statistically probable to find something, what that means is half the people will find it sooner and half the people will take longer. So, for every person that finds the first unique Sacred Armor they find right off the bat is a Teal's Might, for every one of those people, there's somebody that finds 20 Templars before they find Tyraels. So, that's how the averages work, so. Yeah. Am I that guy who it takes 30 unique 30 Templars before I find Tyraels to average out for the 3 people that found Tyraels on their first drop? I hope not. I hope not. Is Bone Flame better than Homunculus? 3 skills, walk, run. Not in most cases. It is much more rare. I'd have to look at Homunculus again, though, but I think Homunculus just has 2 to skills, and then Bone Flame has 3. I don't know the res situation. Does Homunculus have 20 res? I can't remember for sure. I'd have to look it up again. Curtis says Blizzard, yeah, he insinuates anyways. Blizzard turned Teal's Might off because they want to make sure I keep streaming their game. They got their hooks in me. They know I can't get away. As long as I'm still hunting Teal's Might, I ain't going nowhere. Nice. I cannot confirm nor deny that to be true. Brandon, what do you mean stated buffs? I know Homunculus has some of that stuff, but like I think Homunculus has 2 and Bone Flame has 3. Homunculus I think has 20 all res, but Bone Flame I think can have up to 30. But then it's missing some other things that Homunculus has, so. Good old cryptic sword. That's what I was saying there, but dirty bird. DP says I'm trolling. The stream's delayed, and I actually find Tyrell's mic, but then I cut it out. Yeah, I can't find it because then my content's over, right? So this is the first unique ring today, isn't it? Oh, disappointing. Oh, 2 to curses. Okay, there you go. Yeah. See, curses is essentially a worthless at that point if you have plus skills and stuff, because I guess on lower res you get slightly minus lower res. I think at that high of a level, like 2 skills is like -1 res or something, which it's not nothing. But good old Avenger Guard. But yeah, curse is not the best thing to get, you know what I mean? So not the most important, I could say. I think in most cases, 1 to all skills is going to be better than 2 to curses, because that'll bump up your base damage and yeah. Roger, yeah. Whoa, pay attention, Phil. Knows what's up. I assume you hit the like button, right, Roger? Right? Ogre reacts, but let's check the unique amulet first. Boom! Oh my gosh, amulet's coming in hot today. Had that Mara's, now a metal grid. Metal grid's a rare one, fellas. Let's see what the Sunday is now, huh? 84. Ogre axe, we got a checker. Good old metal grid. I didn't really look too closely how it rolled. There was that Ron dash I could have checked, but I clicked the button too fast. No big deal. 336, 31. I do 444 on the attack rating. I don't remember the rolls on that. I'll compare that with what I got later and see which one's better. I keep a couple of them. I think I have 2 of them, but I'll keep whatever the 2 best are and chuck the other one out. Nice rare drop. True story right there. Good old metal grid. Never is. Oh. Check the shillelagh. Oh, I didn't see the shillelagh. My bad. My bad. I do want a nasty shillelagh. I keep forgetting to look that if like staffs can roll with like super high ED, or if they. Because I feel like I always ID these staffs and they never have ED on them. Like not like these, like they never have ED on them. They always got skills and stuff. Missed a cornet? Not possible. Walrus, it's not possible. I don't miss anything ever. I was in too much of a hurry. First SOJ on single player. Do I get an Annie? Boy, it's tough. I think so. I personally, I waited till I got 2, but I ran Nightmare Andy for like to get the first one, and then I waited like a month, and I was like, all right, well, I don't want to like have no SOJ, so I went and ran Nightmare Andy again, and got another SOJ like right away. So I got super lucky in the second one. So the first one took me like 800 runs or something, which is probably not too much over the statistical probability for what I should have based upon the magic find I had and stuff. The second one, I think it was like 1 in 600 or something, based upon having, 600 magic find or whatever I had. So, but the second one I found on run number 89, which is nasty, just nasty. It was the first unique ring that Andy dropped too. I was running Nightmare Andy. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm not even getting a unique ring. Usually I get one like every couple of runs or something. This is crazy. And then, yeah. Bing, bang, boom. Run 89. Dull Nef, huh? How about that? Any greater than SOJ, says Marty. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You probably should, yeah. Because the there is no character that doesn't use an Annie. Every character uses an Annie, every build in the whole game, but not every build uses a Stone of Jordan, so. Best place to farm Shaco. Yeah, it's probably going to be Mephisto, I guess. But yeah, it's far from guaranteed. It's not like, where's the best place to get, like, in Istrun? And I'd be like, it's definitely farming Hell Countess, for sure. Because whenever this comes up, pretty popular one because, of course, I mean, who wouldn't want to find their first Shaco, right? It's awesome. So I did 1,000 runs as like part of a video when I first started this Holy Grail. I did 1,000 runs of, in each run I ran Andy and Mephisto. So there was 1,000 Andy and 1,000 Mephisto, and I got no Shaco. And then I went ahead and ran just Andy for another 800 runs, hoping to get like more of those useful, you know, earlier items and hopefully get the Shaco I needed and stuff. Another 800, got no Shaco. So yeah, so 1,800 Andy runs and 1,000 Hell Mephisto. Nothing. And then I ended up getting a Shaco off of Diablo. I was running Cast Sanctuary with the Summon Necro, like a budget Summon Necro. Spirit Sword, Spirit Shield. Like, I don't know, maybe a Viper Magi. Like, that's the type of gear I had. And shoot a Paladin. SOJ! No. Boo. Boo. 4 more minutes. Where do you get low? You need one for a Fortitude. So, I mean, low is, that one's high enough that you pretty much just got to kill monsters everywhere and cross your fingers, hope for the best. So you pretty much farm places to try to find other things, whether you're trying to find runeward bases from cows or whether you're trying to, you know, go in the pits and find the higher level uniques and stuff and just hope it drops, kind of, sort of. Or Trav, of course, but man, I can't stand Trav, so. I mean, not that I can't stand it, but Trav is, I dislike it, we'll say. Run Countess and cube everything to low. I don't know how long that would take. I feel like that would take forever. I know in the past I did like 500 Countess runs, and I think I got pretty good luck. And I found 4 Istruns in 500 runs, which I think is above average. And, boy, that would take forever. Because 4 Ists are what, 2 Ists go to a Gull, 2 Gulls to a Vex. You'd have to do like 10,000 Countess runs to get to a low rune. I'm just guesstimating on that, but that's just what I would. Lower Karasa option as well, of course, but yeah, for sure. Oh, now a High Lords. It's just the day of the amulets. It's the day of the amulets, fellas. Mara's, Metal Grid, High Lords. Crazy. Just popping them off. Now a Tal's amulet too. Oh my gosh! Oh. CNC gonna try to barb this season. Best of luck. I think I might do a barb too. Maybe. The only thing that's going to be tough with barb is that it's not going to be super fun to run, like, to host games and run with people. So, because there's no way that I want to eventually transfer into some kind of throw barb. It's going to be not very fun to be trying to host chaos games with people, and there's going to be Nova Sorceresses and Hammerdens and Fists of Heaven's Paladins, and I'm like running around with a throw barb trying to, you know, trying to take some stuff out. Yeah, DP, that's insane. Who would want to do that much, right? Who would want to do that? Marty says for other Hyrule places, yeah, Arcane and Chaos. That is true. Yeah, I do get some from Arcane. But yeah. Why play single player, says CNC? Because it's awesome. You can have unlimited characters. You can unlimitedly free respec any character anytime you want to. You have the same maps all the time. You can change the players. I mean, I don't have enough time to list all the things how single player is so much better than online, to be perfectly honest. There's like not enough time on the stream left. I only have another hour to play, so. Oh, I don't have my Sunday. I forgot I got rid of it because of what I was doing. Where's what's his name? We're in the Dark Woods. Where is Treehead Woodfist, huh? Ogre just raining meteors on their heads, hitting them with a little bit of whatever. Hitting them with the explosion damage. It's funny that meteor, it listed as fire damage and average fire damage. It doesn't say anything about physical damage, but there obviously is some, because when the meteor hits, it takes life away from them. Kind of never thought about it, to be honest, but I always knew it was there. Where's Treehead at, bro? There he is. We can just mass blast Treehead Woodfist, maybe? Where was the waypoint at? It was right here. Ooh, that's not a bad Woodhead map. Oh, man, where are we going here? Let's see. Drops are more significant on single player. Yeah, that's kind of a thing too. Like when you find, you have to actually find your death web if you want to use a D web, right? You can't just like go run some random place to find some random socketed armor and then trade that for everything that you need, right? You actually have to do it. Synergy, welcome in. Oh, jeez. How do you infinite respec? If you exclamation... Where am I going? If you exclamation respec, I got a video on how to set it up. It's super easy, but it only works on PC. You just have to type a certain thing in a certain place. And you're good to go. And then yeah, if I go right here, if I hold Alt and I click right here, see I have no stat points, but this is still here. If I hold Alt and click right here, it'll ping, just like you went to Akara, or like you used the Token of Absolution, you're good to go.
DP Canada donated 4 Bulgarian levs and 49 Stotinkas through Super Chat.
Thank you, DP.
10 KLK runs to please the RNG gods, then TM raining.
You want me to run? Dude, I'm not doing 10. What am I doing? I did it again. I'm not thinking. I'm too in the zone from before. There's no way I'm doing lower cross runs. Literally 0% chance. Thanks for the super chat, though. My man! I swore off of that. I swore off of LK runs a long time ago. Yeah, I'm rocking full towels right now. Full towels, all Magic Find Charms. No skillers in here. Like a legend. Oop, went a little aggressive on the teleport. Probably should get a Sunder Charm, though, huh? I probably need to go grab that Sunder Charm. It's in my inventory, so I'm just been being lazy, I guess. I'll need it for going to a place that like this, so. Let's see. Unknown said he got a High Lords from Andy on the last run as well. Nice. I got that pretty close to the last, but we'll throw it in here. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Best single player to start off with? Yeah, it's gotta be a sorceress of some kind. Teleport, and then you're like Moat Trick and Mephisto, or going after Andy. Lower Kurast on offline single player. Like, it's pretty much a must in my opinion. You don't have to, of course, but it's all but you have to start sorceress. I don't know a logical explanation besides I want to play through for fun to start off with anything but a sorceress. So perfect wind force, says Hidezo. So you got the 8 mana leech. Congrats on that. Is there seasonal in offline? No. Nope. But offline single player has all the same rune words, like all the ladder only rune words. You can make them on offline single player. Chance says for single player, he always goes Sork, blasts LK to make Enigma, and then makes a Hammerton. It's not a bad strategy. It makes sense. Yeah. I mean, makes sense. Dude says, would I do Blizzard or dual spec? I mean, right, like after you get to Hell and you're farming stuff, I mean, I would just kind of do Blizzard. And but the thing is like I said, I play offline single player, so I can respec anytime I want to, so I don't really have to make that decision. I can do both. I can do anything. But generally I just do Blizzard and for Mephisto and Andy, and maybe do Ancient Tunnels and Stony Tombs to mix it up in there too. Hopefully get lucky on something crazy early on for offline single player, and then Lower Kurast, of course. And the thing that a lot of people forget too, don't forget it, you don't have to beat the game right away either. You can literally just play through the game, beat Nightmare, and then you could just farm Hell and Ariel like over and over again for a short time, get a few pieces of gear or something. Then you could play through Act 2, Act 3, and get to Act 3. And then you can do Mephisto and Lower Kurast. And really, you could stop right there if you wanted to for a long time. I always tell this story too, all my stories, huh? All my stories. So about a year ago, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna hop on and do this Terrorized Chaos with my Assassin. I have like a level 94 Assassin on single player, right? Maybe even 95. I'm gonna go do Terrorized Chaos right now because it's terrorized, and I'm gonna start up this, you know, playing with my Assassin. I haven't used it in a while. I went to go to Act 5 or Act 4 to go to the Chaos Sanctuary. I didn't even have the waypoint. I got to Act 4. I never played further than that. I got all the way to level 95, only farming like the pits and whatever, Stony Tombs and stuff. I never beat Diablo. I never beat Hell for years. And I didn't even notice because I just never used it for farming there. So I thought it was kind of a funny story, but max durability, legendary. Come on, Ooze Vex, get out of town. Make a vid on kicks in. Kicks in video? I'm not really much of a kicks inner, so I in fact have never played it before. So probably not. Demon Surf says he likes going Barb after he gets his Enigma for that find item, that juicy find item skill. I get that for sure. Find item is nasty. Oop, Phase Blade. Are we getting another Azarath already? Or lightsaber. Boom! Oh, well, lightsaber now. 158 roll 2. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, third time's a charm. Miss, miss, miss. Piano Mind. So, Shapeshift Druid. So, I don't know that I've ever done one with the bear, but it should be fine for doing Ubers, to be honest. The bear is so tanky. Fury Druid for doing Ubers is actually just nasty. I've done that several times before. Fury Druid, which is the werewolf with the Fury skill, is awesome for farming Ubers. It attacks so fast. With, you know, kind of a budget setup too, to be honest. 2 champ runes and cows yesterday. That's pretty wild. Got some of that luck. Benjamin said, inspired to play this morning. Just got back into the game after a few years off. Pump for the new ladder. Yeah, coming up this week. Yeah. Back in after years. Happy to have you back into the community. To our community. How much cast rate do you have? I'm at the 105. Contagious? George, good afternoon to you. And Rabid Rabbler. Thought I misread that for a second. Welcome in. Let's see. Ham Dan says, wants to... Hold up. Champion Quill Rats, you gotta watch out for a second. Guess they're at least these champions. They're not like there's a unique one right here that I more want to watch out for. Yeah, cursed, of course you are. You bum. Those cursed ones will get you. You want to run Ubers, but the characters for them is kind of complex with Smiter. So you think Smiter is complex, huh? Smiter's complex for you. I'm trying to think. I mean, Fury Druid is kind of similar to... I mean, I don't find Smiter that complicated to understand, I guess, but... I think I would say Fury Druid is pretty similar in complexity to play as Smiter, so... Ooh, Treehead, I didn't hit him at all. What's going on here? George said he rocked that werewolf barb. Wolf howl barb, yeah. I could see that, I mean. Tons of health. You got lots of BO. And I mean battle orders, of course. 70 trillion health. That makes sense. Unknown Saint Bear is more of a PvP build. Yeah, I haven't really used it. Usually the bear is just kind of a mess around type of situation. Brambled Mitts. Stinky Barb, yeah. Glenn says Smiter easy for Ubers. Yeah, I kind of think so too. The hardest thing, I guess, would be... Yeah, no, I don't. I was gonna say, if you're on a budget Smiter, teleporting without Enigma, so having... You know, your teleport on swap and having to like teleport in dangerously and then swap over. You know, most people, I feel like when they do their first Ubers though, they don't telly in and try to do it quickly. They like slowly clear the whole area, you know. Fury, you just need 2 low runes. Wait, so low, you're talking like Fortitude and Grief, I'm guessing? But if I was gonna do something, I mean, I guess if you're going expensive gear, I mean, mostly I would just throw on like a rib cracker and call it a day. I don't know the increased attack speed breakpoints or whatever, but I think I usually just leave on Treachery, to be honest. I just rib crack the Treachery and call it a day. It's been a while. It's been a couple of years since I used a Fury Druid for doing Ubers, so. Been a while. Pathless, yo! Thank you for the complete fake happy birthday wish.
Donated $5
Not really my birthday. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday, Phil.
Uh-oh. A real-life demon coming at me. I'm joking. You want to have a push pop. Not the whole thing, okay? Alright. You just said you can't have the whole thing. No. You don't need to eat the whole thing. There's a reason it has a cap and it goes up and down, Dave. Because you're not supposed to eat the whole thing at once. And you're going to be like, Dad, my stomach. Oh. Kids these days, am I right? I was never a kid. Get out of here. Hamdan says, okay, I'll try with Rib Cracker, but even with that, I still need one low. What do you need a low for? I'd have to look up the video. I know I did a video about it years back. Budget Fury Druid on Ubers. I feel like it was just easy peasy lemon squeezy too. Glenn says, super budget, 2 black rune words on a, well, like a frenzy barb, I'm guessing you're saying there. Yeah, a barb getting just a little crushing blow around if you got goblin toes, or G-face or something. Can't open it. Yeah, you get it. I think literally the first Ubers I farmed, did you bite this? The first Ubers I farmed, I used a frenzy barb with 2 lightsabers, so. But I used the lightsabers to make sure I could easily, because it has the, I'm not big on swapping gear around. And I wanted to make sure I actually went through and slowly cleared like a lot of the monsters, you know. And because you have ignore target defense, all the regular monsters, you can just hit them, you land a shot every time. You don't have to worry about anything, so. But plus, I just didn't have any good swords, and that was so many years ago. I also, you know, I feel like I have more knowledge now than I did then. I probably wouldn't recommend doing dual lightsabers nowadays, but that's what I did then, so. There's definitely probably cheap rune words I would probably recommend over that, so. So yeah, not really my birthday, by the way, but thank you guys for the fake, not my birthday wishes, by the way. Be wary. Welcome in, doing pretty good. Hopefully you're having a good day as well. Where are we at here? Hey Phil, if I'm playing legit for just a SOJ, do you think Nightmare Andy is actually better than Hell Andy? Yes, Nightmare Andy is quite a bit higher chances of finding SOJ. Like you can't guarantee anything, but you're pretty much guaranteed to find it much faster from Nightmare Andy than Hell. It depends what else you got to look for, though, because I would run Hell and Dariel. Like, if you also want to find, like, Oculus, Shaco, Herald of Zakarum, the Haas, like, Paladin Shield, or if you want to get, like, Jalal's and, like, you know, all that kind of stuff. Viper Magi, and I guess you can even get Viper Magi from Nightmare Andy, but there's a bunch of other things, you know, the Shaco type situation, the Shaco level of gear that you can't get from Nightmare Andy that you can get from Hell. So if you specifically literally only want the SOJ on, also, by the way, I generally would probably not run Nightmare Andy for an SOJ online ever. I would only do that on single player by turning the players count up and stacking a bazillion magic find. So like P1 Nightmare Andy, I'm not sure about that. I wouldn't do it, but I don't know the odds necessarily different between P1 Hell Andy and normal, so P1 Nightmare. Happy non-birthday. Appreciate you, Glenn. Yeah, Glenn says the ignore target defense does not work for the actual bosses. Yeah. That's why I was saying about clearing all the monsters on the way there. You got to have like 7 trillion attack rating to hit those guys. Whoopsie. Boy, I can still remember back that first time running Ubers with that Frenzy Barb. I got stuck in a corner and I accidentally ran out of portals. And I was literally pinned in a corner. Andy by herself somehow pinned me in this corner behind some... I don't even know how it happened. And I was just like swinging and swinging and casting life tap and swinging and swinging. But every once in a while I had to use a potion because my life was shooting down like this. To make sure I wouldn't die. And I eventually... I ran out of potions and died. And I had to run around naked and lure her away from my body and save it somehow. It was crazy. What an idiot I was. Is Teamite the rare? See, Piano Mind, do I think it is? I already know what I don't know why people... Never mind. If you concocted some rare item to roll a certain way, this or that, then no, Tyrell's Might is not the rarest item. But anytime somebody really asks that question, like you're talking about hunting for uniques, Tyrell's Might's the rarest one. So the way that question was worded, maybe I'm taking it the wrong way, but it sounds like you already have an answer in mind of a... Well, actually, Phil, this is rarer than that. I could be wrong, though. I never want to assume things like that. But a lot of people try to troll me by asking questions in that manner. Especially when I seen another content creator the other day post, which one of these items is rare? And they listed Tyrell's Might and like 3 other things. And then the next day someone asked me the exact question that someone else posted. Slapshot said he's super jelly. He's been hunting Tails armors for a while. You should commission me to come find one for you. No, just kidding. But yeah, the number of Tails armors I find is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Quarterstaff? Yeah, I don't think these staffs can ever have ED on them. I'm pretty positive. Ooh, we could upgrade this to an Ogre Maul, though, if it rolled good. First time here watching you. What's going on, Chris? Welcome in. Will you play the new D2 season? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I play every new ladder season for... that was almost a misstep on my part. Usually about a month, sometimes 2 months. Usually never longer than that, though. I mean, the first like 2 or 3 or 4 seasons I played like non-stop all the way through. But yeah. Nowadays, I play for about a month, sometimes 2 months, depending on how much I'm enjoying the build or whatnot. Glenn said he does a Tal's armor with a character named Tal's and personalizes it with a Tal rune in it. Too many Tal's right there. Frank says rain is terrible. I don't think it's raining where I'm at. I think it's supposed to be sunny all day. Yeah. 77 and sunny all day. Ooh, not too bad. Then it wants a D-web so bad. It's a tough one to find. Took me a long time. Trash out. I'm not sure what that is. Is that a quote from a movie or something? I'm not sure. what that is necessarily. Chewy saying 70. Yeah, I mean you say DTE just so Detroit. Yeah, I live in Michigan, kind of not far from Detroit, really. So, yep, that's the temp we got. If someone's making a paladin for PvP, oh boy, yeah, I don't PvP at all, Allison, so can't help you. Like, that's one of the least things I could help you with. I don't do PvP. I don't like watching PvP. There's nothing about it I enjoy in any way, so I can't help you with that. Yeah. At least with speedrunning, I like watching speedruns sometimes, so I know a little bit about it from watching it, but PvP, I don't, you know, it'd be like me, like asking me how to do some overhook loop in crocheting or something. I'm like, I don't crochet, I don't like watching it, I don't like doing it. So, oh, this would get 6 sockets, so Frozen Orb Energy Shield, well, dang, dude. I've been looking for an obsession base for a long time. I guess it's not quite it, but it's interesting. Merc's about to die here too, so give me a sec. Man, I don't know, why are these obsession bases so hard to find? Bugs me. So you can do a Frozen Orb because it has so few synergies. You can do an Energy Shield Frozen Orb sort, but oh well. Close. Boy, if you could get, if that was Nova Energy Shield, even with only having 2 skills, I'd be like, I don't think I can do it. No, you can't really settle on a rune word that uses a Zod on single player. You really have to get the base. You can't make something like that, I don't think so. I can't. I'm trying to talk myself. Well, wait a second, Phil. Actually, maybe you might be able to. I just about actually'd myself here. Ray says 66 in rain all day in Ohio. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Donut says he used to be in Michigan too. Gotcha, gotcha. Kind of near Flint, you say? Let's see, Royal Oak. Okay, I know where those places are. Flint. I used to be the occasional machine shop visitor there for Flint. Also, Royal Oak Music Theater visitor for concerts as well. Come on. It's crazy. The sacred armor that broke Phil. I don't know. I was being goofy, but it's crazy. Find 7 different freaking... Find multiple Immortal King's armors every freaking day. Oh, sorry. Someone asked about the season start again. It's on the 20th, so just in like less than a week. I should have just went over and just ended stream. No, I wouldn't do that. No, 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 no. We got 2 o'clock. I do want to get my... Oh boy, she's going to complain so much, but I want to take my daughter to the park and practice some softball with her. Get that done here in a little bit. No, I know you guys are just messing around. It's all right. No longer the king of Tal's armors. I'm the king of not Tyrell's Might Sacred armors. I'm the Immortal King's Armor King. The Immortal King King. Like 2 kings in a row. Isn't that crazy? Where's this Might aura coming from? Where's this champ at? Over here? Did you teleport away? There you are. Poison Blade, whatever your name is. Who's going to complain? Oh, maybe I was stuttering through that sentence or something. My daughter, I want to take her to the field and practice softball a little bit with her. The way this league is set up that I have my daughter in for softball, they play games on Tuesday and Thursday, and there's no practices during the season. So they had like 6 practices before the season started, and ridiculousness ensued. But yeah. So it's 8 to 10-year-old softball, but originally it was supposed to be the leagues were like 4 to 6, 7 and 8, and then 9 and 10. But they didn't have enough girls to do all the softball teams, so they split it to do 8 to 10 years old and split the younger ones into the coach pitch. So my daughter, who's 8, is playing against 10-year-olds, and like that's a huge gap at that age. Also, when the teams found out about this, the girls that like knew each other from the area, they all like friend invited each other. You can put down a friend, like guaranteed to be played with at least one friend, and they all like circularly put each other down. So there's 2 teams that are all 9 and 10-year-olds. And then there's our team is all 8-year-olds but there's 2 girls that aren't 8 out of 12 girls on our team. So it's, you know, we get out all the time, and we barely go through the lineup. Like every game, my daughter only bats like once in an entire game because everyone gets out every time, you know. So I like, yeah. And these girls are whipping in like 45-mile-an-hour fastballs, you know, these 10-year-old girls, against my daughter who's never played in like Babe Ruth or kid pitch or whatever you want to call it, where another kid's actually pitching to you. It's always been like slow pitch, underhand from a coach, you know. And now there's a girl like whipping it in there. And I you know, you don't see the other teams till you start playing games, and now I'm like, oh god, like this is crazy. No, I'm not the coach, unfortunately. There is no softball in my area, so I had to like last minute sign her up for a softball in like a city over. So I had to drive her like 20 minutes over to the other suburb or whatever you want to call it. And there's some like meth heads that are the coach that don't pay attention, and they just play their daughters all the time, and it's ridiculous. You can imagine how it is. But anyways, long story long, I need to get her to the park and practice pitching to her, because she's never had to like see pitches coming in and decide whether they were good or not, right? So yeah. Yeah, big jump for sure, yeah. Considering it went from girls who's had other girls pitching against them for 2 years, and then there's all these kids that have never had another kid pitch to them, you know. It's always been somebody pitching to them who's intentionally trying to throw it so they can hit it. But yeah, I gotta work with her more, so it's just what it is, yeah. Every year I say I'm going to coach, and then I chicken out is what happens. I don't even know why. The main thing is I don't want to have to set up practices and email lists and set up different lists for who's going to bring snack every week and all this BS. If I could just go and just coach, I'd be all about it, but all this other stuff. I should just do it and don't do any of that stuff. I think that's what I'm gonna do, but yeah, a Jotan, I think. Yeah, that's what some people do that. You and the wife do it. She's never home, so she's just literally never home. So it's not gonna work out. She works these jobs that are, when I say never home, like, oh, she's out partying. She works jobs that are like strange hours, so she's like, it's hard to explain, but she's just not home a lot because she's working different random hour jobs and stuff. Need an assistant coach? Oh, that'd be great, George. Yeah. The last time I signed up to be a coach, I went to the meeting and they're like, yeah, we're sorry, but I signed up to, like, I'll be an assistant coach. And they're like, sorry, we didn't have enough people. So, Phil, you're a coach of this team by yourself. I'm like, I signed up to, like, help and be an assistant coach because, like, all the T-ball teams and stuff, I always end up helping out anyways. Because, you know, like, they're like, yep, here's the bag of the jerseys and everything. Here's the list of the kids on your team and their parents' numbers. Get a hold of them all and make sure about practice and make sure they have everything. And I'm like, what? Tofu. Trash's Coach Phil bringing tofu snacks. Ooh. Right? Maybe. Get AI to do all that stuff. I'm trying to catch up. I was going off on a tangent there. Get AI to do all this stuff, says Glenn. I mean, maybe. AI coaches. That's what it'll be from now on. You just drop your kids off to a robot in the middle of a baseball field. Hello, kids. I am Coach AI. First things first. Everybody, rotate your shoulders 360 degrees to warm up. Good. Assistant coach named Emilio. There we go. Name the team after Diablo if you're the coach. I don't know that you could do that. The team name, El Diablo. I mean, you kind of could. The softball team she's on this year, they let the kids pick their name. So they're the Cheetahs. That's what they voted for. But the other leagues I've always been in, they always just pick random teams. It's like, this team is the Tigers, this team is the Rays, this team is the Cubs, you know. And I think they just go on the MLB website and buy, like, youth size jerseys, like, straight from, you know, they don't have them made or anything. I think that's how they always do it. Not sure, though. The Liliths? I don't know about that. The Cheaters? No, Cheetahs. The Cheetahs. Mic's not muted. The mic was on exactly the way I wanted it to be. But anyways, yeah, I might, if I keep making my daughter play softball, I might coach maybe. The problem is she doesn't want to play any sports or anything, so it's really hard. Especially when I could not imagine, I couldn't even fathom not wanting to play sports. So I don't know. Neil, welcome in. Drop spin, frustrating. Rare stuff, but frustrating. Why is SOJ so hard? Yeah, SOJ is super hard to find. It is pretty crazy. Yeah, Northeast. It must be true. Must be true. Wait, what happened here? Woo! We don't need to talk about that. What took me out right there? There was a champ around, but he must have... Did he blow up right when I died or something? Not sure. No. Not too much of a problem when you're a level 99 softcore sorceress if you die once in a while. But that was pretty wild. Huh. Nobody's dying here. We saw nothing. ETA Interiors pretty soon, Junior. Have I thought about martial arts for the daughter? There's no way. There is no way. She, one of the multitude of reasons anyways, I had her playing basketball. She doesn't like that when she has to run around and get sweaty. And also in basketball, they like bump into each other sometimes, and she doesn't like that either. So... And it's tough to keep making your kids do stuff when they keep telling you how much they hate it, and they cry and scream when you make them go and stuff. Like, enough years of doing that, it's just like, ugh. It's hard to keep making them do it. Yeah, Wisp. Some people talking about Wisp Projector. Wisp Projector is a solid one, yeah. Zephyrin! Welcome in. Phase Blade. We're doing some legendary Woodhead farming here, so. Woodhead! Realism. No, I use a bar of soap, and that's what I use. Nick said it'd be funny if they had it to where you're 99, and if you died, it knocked you back to 98. I don't know. Nobody would ever play their 99 characters again, so. Frank says, highest he ever reached was 95. Yeah, now that you can level in Terra Zones, it's not as crazy. Before, that's what mine was too, because it was essentially, not literally, of course, it was essentially impossible to gain experience after 95. Like, so that's kind of where I'd always get to before too. Because there was only the few monsters, you'd only get experience from Diablo, Neolithak, and Bale, right? So if you didn't farm them, you would get no appreciable amount of experience. See, Saffron, you say you looked up and it said that everything gets life tap when you cast it, even your allies. I'm almost 100% sure that's inaccurate. Even you say you found it on the Diablo wiki, but your allies, like people in your party, I'm almost positive they do not get life tap when you cast life tap. I mean, I've been wrong before, but that doesn't sound right. I don't know. Weird. It's weird that you say that was on Diablo wiki, and I mean, I wouldn't imagine they would be wrong. So, yeah, I don't know. Marty says, as a kid myself, I didn't read the rest of it. I was like, you're not a kid. What are you talking about? Who is forced to play sports? You don't do things that you don't enjoy besides work. Well, that's kind of the biggest thing. Like, all in life, you have to learn to do things you don't want to do. You have to brush your teeth, even if you don't want to do it. You have to wipe your butt, even if you don't want to take the time to wipe your own ass. Like, you just have to do things that you don't really care to do. You have to put the dishes away. You have to do your laundry. Also, you need to get used to sweating, because you have to do exercise, or you're going to die when you're 50. You have to do exercise your entire life, even when you don't want to do it. Or else you end up having a heart attack and dying when you're young. When you're not old enough, I should say. Yeah, I don't know though, because there's only so many years I can make her do softball and stuff. I may just give up on basketball. But I don't know. Oh, well. Anyways, new topic, I think. I don't know. Rabble. You have to make a proper old-fashioned, says Race. That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, that's a life skill that everyone must do. You really just want to drink it, but you also have to make it. Sometimes. Unless you're real rich. Then you can just always go somewhere. Get her into curling. Oh. Yeah, Northeast. That's what the wife's trying to get her into, and she's much more successful at it. Yeah, successful into getting her into it. Well, it's because in those kind of like sport adjacent things, you could say, you don't have to do a bunch of cardio. Like, there's a little bit. It's athletic. It takes muscle, but it's not like breathing hard, you know, whatnot. Marty says, once life taps on a monster, anybody who attacks it gets the leeches everything. All right, well, there you go, Marty. Marty probably knows more than I do, too. So, the wiki, Marty, everybody else, you looked it up. Yeah, I guess. Okay, well, guess I was wrong on that one. I'll take the L, I guess. I mean, nothing else works like that, though, right? Like... I guess the other stuff does kind of work like that, actually. I guess I should have stopped and think about it. Because lower res works like that, too. To where if you lower a monster... But that's like... I don't know if that's different. I don't know. So I guess... I don't know. Because conviction doesn't work like that. Well, conviction from your mercenary doesn't work like that. I guess if Paladin has conviction, it lowers it for everybody. Lower res lowers it for everybody. So life tap taps it for everybody. I guess I was just thinking like, yeah, I don't know. Okay. My mistake. It's like amp damage. Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking about it wrong. I guess now the more I think about it. Yeah, okay. Yep, I was just wrong. That's all there was to it. That's simple. Do a P8 torch run? Well, a player's 8 torch run. See, I forget the way to do that. So really, when you farm torches right off the beginning, do you pop open the portals? Everybody leaves. You open the portal. You go in and spawn them all, and then everybody joins, right? Because then the monsters only have the life and stuff of P1 because they already spawned in. But then you can have everybody come in and help you, right? Yeah, no, I don't play hardcore. If someone asks that, I see the answer. But you make hard. Oh, do I make hardcore guides? No. Saffron said he's gonna be support Necro for the first time. Gotcha. Just blasting lower res all over the place for the casters and whatnot. Ogre, come on. Decrepifying the bejesus out of the bosses. Hardcore is not hard anymore. I mean, what? I don't know. It's the same as it was before. I'm just not a fan of like having to pay that much attention. I don't. It's possible maybe I would like hardcore more if I wasn't streaming. But man, just the idea of like trying to go out on a ladder reset and farming and trying to make drop highlight videos, and then my character dies because like I looked over to read chat and you guys did something and killed me. You know, that's not my fault. It couldn't be my fault. But that's a joke. But I just died because of something, and you know, I just not for me, maybe. Glenn, wrong about today not being my birthday. You think I don't know when my own birthday is? Get out of town. All right, Frank, peace out. Have a good day. Northeast said niece got 3 concussions in cheerleading for 2 or 3 years. She did cheer. Yeah, it's that's one of those things I do know about that because my wife did competitive cheer till like she was almost 30, like with a travel team or whatever. Which is also why, of course, why she's getting our daughter in cheerleading and stuff. But yeah, from throwing the girls up, they spin around, knee each other in the head, just stuff like that. Yeah, because I guess for girls, the most concussive sports is cheerleading and soccer, I believe. This was from a long time ago, so things could have changed, I suppose. This was probably from like 2010 when I remember hearing this, but cheerleading and soccer. I don't know if that's by... I think that number was by sheer total, not by like per player chances of getting... Because the thing is so many girls play soccer relative to like basketball, you know. So many girls cheerlead relative to, you know, whatever other sports they play, I guess. Horse sports, equestrian, Glenn says? Maybe. Full contact cheerleading, there you go, exactly. George said he volunteers for hardcore ladder reset. Ooh, get it. NVIDIA 660 load time's terrible. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to play D2, I suppose, huh? You gotta do what you gotta do. Boy, I gotta turn off this fan. I turned it on earlier, but now I'm freezing. Oop. I just destroyed my armrest. Almost sat on it. Ooh. Watch out for that orange glow. Anything good? Vlad, yeah, we got some good stuff, some rare stuff. No Tearl's Might yet, though, unfortunately. Michael B, so appreciate it. New to the channel, welcome in. Not really my birthday, by the way. The people on the channel, long time joke, they won't, the more that I talk about it, the more they lie about it. They just say it's my birthday every day and they won't listen. They refuse to stop saying, so. Not really my birthday, but appreciate it. So you ended up getting a new chair? No, I was never going to get a new chair. What I'm going to do is buy new wheels for my chair that are taller. But I never did that yet. They're on Amazon and I don't have anything else to buy and the wheels are only like 15 bucks. And I don't want to pay $9 shipping for $15 wheels for my chair. So I need to get over 35 bucks on Amazon too. So the next time I need something, I'll buy it on Amazon. But I don't really buy a lot of stuff. I try not to, so could be a while. Hayne needs to ID the next one. Maybe. Maybe. George says, what about women's field hockey for concussions and stuff? It's probably, I think the numbers I had seen was which sports have the most, like, total number of concussions. So every school has a cheerleading team, right? And every school has soccer. So I think that's why the numbers are so high for those two. Like, there's hardly any schools that have field hockey teams. Like, where I went to high school, like, we didn't even have a track team. But we had a soccer team for girls. We had soccer, we had softball, and cheerleading, of course. And I guess girls basketball, but I guess they just don't get hurt in basketball and softball, I guess. And like I said, this was some study from 10 years ago, so. Come on. Female rugby and hockey violent? Yeah. Another situation where most schools don't have those, so. That's like a big city schools. Got that kind of stuff. Yeah, I even live in Michigan and yeah. Short drive distance from Windsor and Sarnia, depending on which direction you went, and none of the schools have hockey teams. TZ Dark Woods, the most ugly zone. I mean, ugly, huh? Like, just, like, literally the look of it, or the monster types, or what do you mean by that? Yeah, I've been just running random terror zones lately, just whenever they pop up, just kind of some random, oh, let's go do this, blah, stuff. Festa, zombie. Not true, I am not immortal. No, no, no. Most universities, talking about colleges, says Trash? Well, yeah, most colleges. But yeah. Like I said, where I lived, none of the schools around us, nobody had hockey teams or field hockey teams for that matter. A lot of them had track teams, but our school, we're so small, we didn't even have track. All right, here we go. Boom. Static Ormus. Is that good or bad? Ormus, at least. Ormuses are always interesting. You never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates, right? So, let's see. me just hop out of here real quick. Didn't need that. Vale, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Unfortunately, I was doing a short Saturday stream, so that's going to be all she wrote for the stream, ladies and gentlemen. But the luck begins with the Ormus, so I hope not piano, because that's going to be the end of stream, unfortunately. But appreciate y'all joining me. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful weekend. Not sure if I'm going to stream or do something tomorrow. Well, Father's Day. So happy Father's Day. If I don't see you before then, hopefully everyone out there has a great one. We'll definitely at minimum pick up again on Monday. Probably guaranteed Jill's Mod on Monday, just saying. So that being said, peace out and keep Slayin. Oh.